3 reasons your brain will not let you believe that you were not the problem and aren't the problem in this relationship. Now, it's so common when you have been in a relationship that is not like anything you've ever experienced to have some of the following questions. Did I make them suddenly change? Did I make them this way? What did I do? Why did they change? How did they change? Do they mean what they do? Surely they do actually love me and this is all a mistake. Am I just being dramatic and I'm making all of this up? You just go round and round and round the overthinking loop of doom, questioning yourself, feeling guilt, not knowing why. What felt like the best thing that happened to you now feels like one of the worst. Knowing it isn't right but not being able to leave. And it just feels like it gets heavier and heavier because no matter what you do, you don't feel you can land on an answer and stick to it. And a lot of times there is so much shame for staying, for not being able to leave, for allowing these kinds of behaviours, for putting up with it. But more than anything, there's so much responsibility that maybe if you had been different or done different or whatever it is, that this wouldn't be this way, that they wouldn't treat you this way and say the things they say. So number 1, you are not accepting who they truly are, what they are truly capable of, and they are an adult with adult autonomy. Now I get it. Accepting that this person knows exactly what they're doing and they're doing it anyway is painful. You now feel you are madly in love with this person, and who the hell are you in love with if that is the case? How could somebody be that mean, that abusive, that evil, whatever it is? So the questions of did they mean it, could it be their childhood, maybe it's an accident, etc., maybe I caused it, is a way of your brain not accepting the facts, because accepting the facts means you're going to have to leave, and leaving feels incredibly scary. Your brain also can't crawl into this person's ear and look at their brain. Is it easier to look for responsibility within you than within the person you love? Yes, because ultimately all the time it's within you, you can fix it, which gives you a false sense of control in a situation where you don't feel in control at all. Without true acceptance, you cannot heal. You cannot create indifference, and you will be stuck in this cycle. But what we do with clients is deal with acceptance in a layered approach. So each time we work you through the framework and you get a bit stronger and you get a bit clearer, we deal with a layer. We don't flick the switch. That isn't going to work. That's going to make your brain panic and send you back to them. It is a layered approach. But what I always say to every client I work through, when we have the correct tools and we work with your brain correctly and you gain true acceptance, you will feel the best you've ever felt. Nobody regrets healing. Nobody says, oh, I wish I'd stayed in that conflicted, beating myself up place for another year. Number 2, their conditioning in your brain is still very much alive. Now, when you are with somebody who isn't healthy, abusive, narcissistic, whatever it is, they have usually laid the groundwork within your psychology. They've made you apologise for things that you didn't even do. They've made you apologise when you've actually been the one that's hurt. They've gaslit you. They've made you believe you're dramatic. They've made you believe that you are a nightmare to be with and you are lucky that you've got this person. They have planted all the seeds that have now grown into ginormous plants that are keeping you stuck. All the time their conditioning is alive in your brain. It's like a computer with a virus. You can have all the right programs downloaded, but they're not going to work and they're going to crash. Your brain has the programs to help you heal, but those programs are being intercepted by this person's conditioning, the virus. So we have to get this virus out of your brain, e.g. the conditioning, which we do in the framework. We make sure we rebalance the brain, we make sure we plant new seeds whilst pulling out those weeds, and very, very slowly we get this logical brain that's currently a whisper into a loud, booming shout. Because when that part of the brain is stronger than your emotional brain, you will be able to detach. You will stop blaming yourself because you will see it for what it is and that won't be painful. Which I'm going to be going through very shortly in the Detachment Method Masterclass, which will be on the 6th of May. This is a free masterclass. This is there for you to understand if you're chemically attached, why what you're doing currently isn't working and what is going to work. So click the link in bio if you would like to join. Number 3. Your brain isn't psychologically processing effectively. Now, when you are not processing effectively, the only thing your brain feels it can do is blame itself because it doesn't have all the facts, it doesn't have all the info, and it's not moving these things from the front of the brain to the back, which in simple terms is what you need to do to process. There is something stopping effective processing. That could be a trauma bond. That could be complete heartbreak. That could be conditioning. There are 1,000,001 things that stop effective processing. But all the time you are not effectively processing, you will be conflicted. You will be emotionally dysregulated. You will not be able to focus on the facts. You will justify this person's behaviour and you will blame yourself. which will keep you going back to this person for validation. When you are effectively processing, you feel relief, you feel calm, you feel clear. So when clients will go, I cannot believe I said to you, Paige, that I could never heal from this. I cannot believe I looked you in the eyes and said, have I made them a narcissist? This is wild. I feel I've been brainwashed. We're undoing all of that brainwashing and allow your brain to do what it knows it can do. A bit like rolling a snowball down the hill. Once we've built it and we've pushed it, your brain will do the rest.